Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share a little bit more about our philosophy on homeschool, and this is part of a collaboration with 4 other homeschool moms that are going to give you a peek into what their philosophy is as well. We started out as more of an eclectic homeschool, and then 4 years ago I was introduced to Charlotte Mason. So that is the method that inspires me and that I strive to follow in our family's homeschool. If you enjoy seeing other homeschool moms and what their philosophy is, then be sure to check out the playlist down below. You will be able to see Stacy, Sherry, and Dana. They already shared their videos this week, and tomorrow our last one of our show and tell is Marissa. I've really enjoyed getting to know these ladies, and they share wonderful homeschool content on their channels, and they're just Christian, godly women, so be sure to check them out. When someone has asked me what is a Charlotte Mason education, I usually can sum it up in just these few words that I think summarize her great writings. So first of all, respect the child. That education is an atmosphere, it's a discipline, it's a life, that we are trying to help our children cultivate good habits and know that their thoughts and their ideas matter. Practically speaking, this looks like having short lessons, respect for different learning styles, knowing that nature is a teacher as well, empowering our kids in their own self-education, and also really important, narration and the implementation of that. So what you'll see in our home is a lot of book reading and then sharing what we read with each other. So day to day in our home, we do start out with our morning routines, and this includes for my oldest 3 practicing their music, and then we do our enrichment studies together. Our family uses Ambleside Online for about 90% of our work. We do use it as a guideline, especially for my older 2, and they're in year 5 and year 3. But when it comes to enrichment studies such as like Poser, Artists, Map Study, Plutarch, Poetry, folk songs, hymns, geography, and many other things, we do those as a family. I often get asked, how can we do Ambleside or Charlotte Mason as a large family? And this is how we do it. We use our morning basket to do all of our enrichment studies together, and then afterwards we break off into our independent work or things that they have to do individually with me. So a lot of the resources that you'll see me use are from Ambleside Online. We also use quite a bit of books from the Simply Charlotte Mason curriculum. This has worked really well for us the last 3 years. I love Ambleside Online. I mostly appreciate the fact that it is free curriculum, and they use so many different living books from the past that so many of them are available free online. However, we have purchased quite a few from Living Book Press, and that has been a fantastic resource as well. And then in terms of the audiobooks that we sometimes will incorporate, we have used the LibriVox.org for many of those. One thing that has brought a lot of enrichment to our lives the last couple of years, if you're looking to add in one thing to spark a little joy into your homeschool, that would be incorporating hymns and folk song. We have loved them so much, and if I could just tell you the one thing that has really impacted us, I would say those 2 things. And also prioritizing read-alouds. Our first 1 or 2 years of Charlotte Mason and really just homeschool, we were not prioritizing the morning hour. And then I read a book by Cindy Rollins called Morning Time, and that really convicted me to actually prioritize doing the enrichment studies and extras over the dogmatic, trying to check off the list, complete the math lesson, get the handwriting in. They are going to learn those things, but it's the small little enrichment nuggets that we are giving them each day or every week that I think bring the most enrichment to them in the long run. And we're only a couple years into adding all of these sweet, wonderful things and the Charlotte Mason method, and I've already seen the fruit of it. The one thing that's very different in a Charlotte Mason education is actually what brought me to this method of teaching. My oldest is in 6th grade, and when she was in 2nd grade, we were really struggling with a curriculum and doing spelling tests and trying to do a lot of grammar and writing and rule memorization when she was only, 7, 8 years old. And that's when I was introduced to the idea of copy work and dictation and even narration that builds into that as well. And so we said goodbye to the spelling test and the long grammar lessons, and so much of that is not even introduced until year 4, which is kind of like 4th grade. And it's amazing, really, truly, how much they pick up and learn simply by reading and listening to read-alouds and doing copy work. So that is one thing that I think really sets Charlotte Mason apart, is the fact that you're kind of delaying a lot of that hard grammar work. And then the other thing that's really unique and important, I think, with a Charlotte Mason education is narration. So we're not doing tests. We do an exam at the end of the term, but it's very open-ended questions, because we're looking to give the children an opportunity to share their thoughts and reflections on the things that they have studied and they have read. So they do narrate every single one of their readings each day. I think narration is a very simple way of treating a child as a person, because you're giving them the opportunity to not only know and learn what they've read, because this is the perfect way for them to remember the things from their school, but you're also allowing them the opportunity to pick up and appreciate the things that they are taking from their reading. So you're respecting them first and foremost as a person. So let's chat more about our day that you've been watching, if you're watching the video and not just listening to me talk about Charlotte Mason and our method of style. But so we had our morning time, and then we had a lunch break, and then the girls went to do their independent work, and I had reading lessons with my 6-year-old. And we just sporadically bounce back from one to the next. Sometimes I have readings that require me with the older girls, or I need to sit and listen to a narration. Now, if you're new to my channel, we have a brand new baby, and she is 5 weeks old. And so there's a lot of little nursing breaks as well. Now, Charlotte really encouraged children to get outside in the afternoons, but at the recording of this video, it was a very dreary day and we had some things going on that afternoon. And so instead, we just sat down and did some more read aloud. We are part of a Charlotte Mason co-op every 2 weeks. And so in their literature class, they're reading The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, which we have read before, but it has been so delightful to start reading it again. And this is really my first time that my 6-year-old has enjoyed the book. So my oldest is practicing reading aloud and expressing herself with different voices, and she just finds a lot of joy and delight in that. Above all, the Charlotte Mason education philosophy is just timeless wisdom, where there is respect for the child, nurturing of good habits, and where a love for learning converge to create a holistic approach to education, where it values the individuality of each student. I love sharing about that on this channel, so I'm so glad you're here. If you found this helpful, then be sure to like, subscribe, and check out Marissa's video that will be coming out tomorrow at 10 o'clock Eastern Time, and check out the other ladies who have shared a little bit more about their homeschool philosophy and education in this week's video. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you next time.